Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm going to be talking Crystal Palace and that game at the weekend, and now the big long break that we've got in between our games because we're not in the cup competitions, which I've said could be a really big factor in us going further and as far as we can in the Premier League title race. I'm going to be talking about other transfer rumours and stuff like that. There's a big obviously transfer rumour. Probably just going to talk about the one rumour, to be fair, because it is quite a big one considering what is going on there, and obviously some injury news as well. But first off, going to talk about the transfer news. So we'll kick into Crystal Palace a little bit later on. The big transfer link that we've had recently, in fact today, I'm pretty sure it was just today, flashed up on my phone after I finished work. I'm like, what? Us? Really? Could we do it again? Could we be doing this all over again? We've been there a couple of years ago, taking one of Chelsea's players. We're talking Callum Hudson Odoi. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. That is, yeah. Well, I'm going to say that's what it's called. That's what I'm going to say anyway. He's 18 years old, right? He's 18 years old. He's been looking pretty good for Chelsea. He's garnered the interest of Bayern Munich. He's rejected a contract offer of apparently 85 grand a week. 85 grand a week. I'm pretty sure there's possibly some Liverpool players in our team that aren't on 85 grand a week, or maybe even some players on the bench that aren't on 85 grand a week. So an 18-year-old getting offered 85 grand a week at Chelsea, and he rejects that. Now, is he rejecting it for the money? No. Players apparently come out and said, or sources close to the player come out and say it's not all about the money, it's about the playing time. It's about getting the opportunity in the team. And the one big failing, they've won trophies, they've won titles, and the way that Chelsea seem to operate is you get one manager in, you win a couple of trophies, and then when it starts to fail, sack the manager, bring someone else in, rinse and repeat. That tends to be how these guys operate. And that's totally, you can do what you want. You can absolutely do what you want. It's your club. And if that's your business model, fair play until you run out of managers. Or you get a manager that maybe can't get it out of the team. Is that what they're saying right now? That's another topic for a Chelsea fan. I'm not a Chelsea fan. We're talking about Callum Hudson Odoi. And the link, I don't know where the link has come from. I should have probably maybe done a little bit more of deeper research into where this link has actually come from. But we're in a good position financially. We are apparently going to make 100 million profit this year due to the fact of our Champions League run that we had last year. I think the fact that we're 2 years in a row in the Champions League now, the run that we're having right now, we're still in the Champions League as well. We're top of the Premier League. So there's a lot of appeal about Liverpool right now. So the fact that we could be possibly tabling a bid of some sort to take 18-year-old Callum Hudson Odoi from Chelsea seems madness. Now, where it doesn't seem like madness is the simple fact that Chelsea went out and splashed out 57 million on Christian Pulisic, or however you say that name. Now, he was a guy that was also linked to Liverpool, but that is an expensive price tag for someone who's done well in Germany, but also got dislodged by Jadon Sancho. And I don't know how active he was in the team up until his transfer to Chelsea. Now, his transfer to Chelsea doesn't happen until the summer, I believe, anyway. But yeah, I think he's still staying back at Dortmund, and then at the end of the season, when the season's over, then he will transfer to Chelsea. So they don't know what they're going to get. They know that they've seen a good player. You could compare it to us getting Naby Keita. We've seen a good player. We don't necessarily know what we're going to get, and we've got him. We know that there's definitely a talented individual in there, but it's not necessarily happening for him right now. Chelsea are spending 57 million on Christian Pulisic, coming from a different league, and he's going to have to blend with these players. And who's he going to take out of the team? Who is somebody going to be leaving? Well, now, why don't Chelsea see the talent that they've got right here? Why don't they see the talent that they've got in a young English player, Callum Hudson Odoi? Somebody who, the fact file I'm looking at here, basically says his best player positions are recognised as an advanced playmaker. His preferred foot is a right footer, But his positions that he can play is known as attacking mids or forwards, right, left, or central. And as a forward player, right or left. So right or left wing. You'd be looking at right mid, left mid, or central midfield. That is a very versatile player to have in your team on a front line. Say, I'm going to use Liverpool as an example. Say Sadio Mane gets injured or something like that. Okay, he's a young lad, but bang, you've got an option there on the left-hand side. Obviously, we've got Shaqiri as well, but you can still drop him a little bit deeper, or you could switch things around. You know, say Mohamed Salah gets injured. All right, that would be devastating. It really would be. But what would most likely happen there is Shaqiri or Firmino, we would probably go back to what we used to do, probably try a 4-3-3 of some sort, or bang, you bring in a Hudson Odoi, and he can play in one of those positions. You could maybe putting Shaqiri in Salah's current place, which is at the top of the team, and Firmino can still be behind. Bang, right-hand side, you've got Hudson Odoi. It's mind-boggling to me, and I'm not saying that, this isn't me saying that Pulisic isn't going to be a good player for Chelsea. The fact is we don't know, and it would have been the same if Liverpool, when we were linked to them, if we'd bought him, yes, we'd be excited, it'd be awesome, but we don't know what we're getting. Hudson Odoi has been playing in the Premier League, and he's been playing, you know, when he comes on, people, wow, they sit up and take notice, look at it, why aren't they starting with this guy, or why aren't they giving him some opportunities? He's going to be looking for a way out, because now he's seeing, they've got Eden Hazard, Pedro, Willian, and now they're going to have Pulisic. Unless one of Pedro, Willian, or Hazard leaves. But they're not going to know if that's going to happen until the summer. Now, does Hudson Odoi, does he wait till the summer? And does he stick out these next 5 months or 4 months, 4.5 months, whatever that is left of the season, and just kind of sit there and just be like, am I going to get an opportunity? Am I going to get a chance? I don't know. No one knows. He probably doesn't know either. But he will be being advised right now. The player attributes that come up on here, he's a creative player. He's got pace, good control, like ball control. His dribbling is very good. He's a good flair player. He's got good movement. His concentration levels. Don't know how you measure that, but fair play. Apparently he's got some good aerial ability as well. He's not a short guy at 182 centimetres. Don't know what that is in feet, but he's probably taller than I am. His passing is apparently good, and he could be a good finisher. They are the attributes of an 18-year-old. And an 18-year-old that, with given time, mentorship, and a good team to play around, to be in, the guy could flourish. And I personally feel, with the opportunities that we have been giving to youth players, only got to look at, I know the defensive players, so it's a little bit different, but Trent Alexander-Arnold, massive, brilliant. When he first came into the team, I think most of us were a bit like, what the hell are we doing? Klein's injured at the time. We need to go out there and buy a right back. No, we didn't. Joe Gomez now. Oh my God, what a centre back he is! What a centre back he is! 21 years old, unbelievable. Partners Van Dijk, who is an absolute colossus, but Joe Gomez is every little bit just about there. If he's not on the same level, he is literally about a millimetre or two just below. They are a brilliant combination, absolutely brilliant combination. I think if Liverpool are serious about this, get it done. Get it done whatsoever. It's a different deal to doing something like Solanke. Solanke's a brilliant player, and he will be a brilliant player. I firmly believe that. But for our style of play, it doesn't lend itself to a big sort of target man guy. And I know he's got good feet. It's not just about him being a target man, but he just doesn't fit the style of play for us. Hudson Odoi would fit our style of play. I firmly believe it. And if Liverpool are serious about it, they got to go and do it. They got to go and do it. This lad has been playing for a Premier League club. He's been playing games. He's looked good. People sit up and take notice. Bayern Munich will not be the only team that are in for Hudson Odoi. And if he doesn't decide to go to Germany, why not be a front runner? If Chelsea are willing to sell, put your name in. That's all I'm saying. Now, Crystal Palace game, I'm not going to go too into this. I'm not going to spend too much time because I've realised I've spent way too much time talking about that transfer. But, possible transfer. But that Crystal Palace game was absolutely mental, and it was absolutely, life-draining. It was sapping of energy, but what a game it was. And the only thing that I'm glad of, right now, with our defensive guys hopefully coming back within the next couple of weeks, if not before Leicester, Obviously, I think Lovren won't be coming back before then, so I think it will just be like Van Dijk, Matip. But we could have Trent Alexander-Arnold back, which I think will be massive at right back, and we'll need him because Milner's suspended because he got sent off. Took one for the team for Henderson's hospital pass that he just did not direct well. But I thought it was a good game from everybody, like defensive wise up. I really do. It's not. I'm not slagging off Van Dijk or Matip or even Alisson for that point. It's just the goals that we conceded were sloppy. They were sloppy goals. Like, we could have kept it much tighter at the back, but you've also got to factor in Milner's not familiar at right back. He got sent off late on. Firmino ended up playing right back as well. Matip's just come back from injury, so maybe things just weren't clicking as they were. But as people have said, if we can get through this injury-ravaged time and getting them as many points as we can, great. We won 4-3. I'm alright with that. 4-3, 1-0. Don't really care, honestly. Don't really care. So I'm quite happy. I'm happy that we got the 3 points. That's the main thing. Honest to God, the main thing. Now we're going to move on and talk about the Ox. Alex Oxlade Chamberlain could be back for the Man United game, which is just after the first leg of our Bayern Munich game. So we've got big games like right next to each other right there. And I just think that is excellent. Absolutely excellent. The fact that he could be ready for like the 19th of February or whenever or whatever the date is. So the 19th of February and we're on like the 23rd of January right now. In a month's time, we could have the Ox back in midfield. What an option. What an option to have in midfield. We all saw how good he turned out to be. He was key to us going to beating Man City in the league. He was key. Was it in the Champions League, or was it in the Champions League where he got injured against them? I can't remember. I think it was against Roma. He got injured, and he was massive for us. His driving runs from the middle of the field, whether it's from deep or it's in an advanced role, and his pace that he's got, and the confidence that he started to get in front of, like, taking a shot in front of goal, I thought that was absolutely brilliant. And I can't wait to have the guy back, honestly. He must have been, he must be so frustrated that he's had to have all this time out. But to see the team doing well, and we're primed for him to come back in there, be an option in midfield, might not be a starter week in and week out, but we have that many options and good quality options in midfield. He is just going to add to that, and he could be a vital cog in the title run for us. He could be massive. Like that time, if he comes in February, all right, he's maybe not going to be like completely match fit or match sharp or anything like that. But give him time, and he'll work on it, and he will get back to similar levels that he was at last year before he got injured. He will be at similar levels, maybe end of March. Maybe even sooner. You never know. You never know how players are going to hit the ground running after they're injured. But come April, May, you could have an absolutely firing Oxlade Chamberlain, which could be, as I said, could be absolutely massive for us in the title race. It honestly really could. But more than anything, I'm just happy that he will actually get to play this season. Honestly, touch wood, hopefully nothing else happens and he doesn't get any sort of injuries to sort of like re-injure himself or anything like that. But the fact that he will actually get to play football this season is massive. When he was ruled out for the whole season, I was gutted for him because he was so good for us. But he's put in the hard work, and I'm so happy. I am happy. Like, and if he could come back against, all right, it'd be one of those things, wouldn't it? It'd be written in the stars almost. He comes back against Manchester United and has like a man of the match performance or something like that. I'm not, it could happen, but again, I wouldn't necessarily expect him to play against Man United, but the fact that he could be back then, and in and around that time, when the Champions League is kicked back in and all that sort of good stuff, massive. Honestly, absolutely massive. So, well done to Oxlade Chamberlain for working so hard and getting himself in a position where he could be back by Man United. How about that? Excellent sort of stuff. So let me know what you think about Callum Hudson-Odoi. Would you take him from Chelsea if the option is there? Let me know what you thought about the Crystal Palace game. Were you dying in your armchair or dying in the stadium? Let me know. Just let me know any of that good stuff as well. And the same thing about the Ox. We can only all be really happy with Oxlade Chamberlain, can't we? We need to have him back. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like the video and subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.